I'm about to lose my shit.
I'm about to lose everything.
So how are we surviving?
So with the cost of living continuing to go up all around the country in every single aspect, every single part, millions of Americans are starting to wonder, how do I survive? How do I get ahead? Because I've been saying things like this. I go out and say things to certain people, to friends, to family, and they look at me like I'm crazy. I just don't want to work hard. When in reality, I do want to work hard, but what economy am I working hard for? Definitely not this American one, because my hard work won't really get me anywhere.
I'm about to lose everything, and I don't know what else to do besides come up here and vent, because I'm at wit's end. For like over half a year, maybe a year now, I have been struggling to pay all my bills on time. And when I first moved into this apartment 5 years ago, that wasn't an issue at all. When it comes to monthly bills in general, my bills aren't as high as a lot of people who I know are struggling and making it happen. So I feel ashamed sometimes as a man or as a person that I can't come up with the bills. It's frustrating. My educational background is an actor, and originally I was in LA before the pandemic trying to figure out how to make that a career, and COVID kind of brought me back to Philadelphia. When it comes to acting, what I love, what I dream, I can't pay my bills off of that. And to supplement my income, I drive Uber. Now, when I first started driving Uber, like in a weekend, Friday to Sunday, it would be easy to make, $700, let's say on average, 5 to 7, maybe 8, maybe 4, depending on how busy it was. But, I was able to get by. And unfortunately, every year, as the cost of groceries and electricity and everything has been going up, the amount that I've been able to make off of Uber has been going down. It seems like they'll charge somebody $40 and then they offer the person who's driving an Uber $12. If they charge someone $60, they offer the person who's driving for Uber $16. It's crazy how much money they take. So it's become harder and harder to supplement my income with Uber. And I've gone to try to work for other jobs because of that. And like many of us, started blowing up my credit cards. So I maxed out all my credit cards and I can't make those payments. I'm struggling to pay the car payment, the car insurance, the rent, the electricity, the internet, the phone. I'm trying to keep up with all those bills and picking and choosing. And I'm starting to get to the point where it's like I'm months behind. I'm making payment plans. I'm trying to figure out what's the most important. And it's all just like starting not to make sense. I try to keep optimistic in the midst of all that though. And I'm applying for jobs. I got accepted. I'm good at like interviews. I crush them. When I get a chance to talk to somebody, often I get hired. But I got offered a job at Abercrombie and Fitch. They're going to pay me $12 an hour. So I can't. That doesn't even make sense. So I'm at the point where it's like no job will pay me enough to cover my bills. And now my bills are so far behind. It's like I need $3,000 to fall from the sky, or I'm eventually going to just they're going to repossess my car, or I'll get an eviction notice eventually. My girlfriend lives with me, man. She works 40 hours a week. She only brings in $2,000 a month. So I pay our bills. I'll go work. I'll do Uber. I'll go get us some food. And then we wait for that paycheck. And then she throws it at whatever bill she can. And then I try to feed us and keep us running until she gets paid again. And that's not working out. So I keep doing auditions. I'm trying to apply to be a firefighter right now. I Uber every day right now. It's Wednesday. I drove around from 7 till 11 and made $20. So I don't know what to do.
And I mean, even in my last few videos, there's people that always say things like, well, y'all sure like to buy y'all new cars, and y'all sure spend a lot of money on Christmas, and y'all sure like to buy y'all new phones. I'm sorry. The listed poverty line in America is $32,000. Did you know, after studies, research, and all of that, it backs up the point that it really should be $140,000. So what the poverty limit or the poverty line is compared to what it's listed at is a $108,000 difference. So I'm sorry that my $1,000 phone, and I'm sorry that my $200 present that I bought my mom for Christmas, I'm sorry that doesn't make up the $108,000 difference in the poverty line.
Here I am. It is 11:45 at night on a Wednesday. I'm sitting on my bathroom floor because I feel like I'm going to have a literal mental breakdown. How are people surviving? How are we doing this? Like, single people specifically, single people in their late 20s that live in a city. How the are you surviving? Tell me, please, please. I am 27 years old. I live on my own in Philadelphia. I'm a woman. I went to school for 5 years. I have a bachelor's degree in digital marketing. I owned my own business for 9 years on top of that. And one, I can't find a job anywhere. I'm trying to utilize my degree. Can't find a job anywhere. I've been applying for months, almost a year. Can't. Nothing. Two, I'm struggling while living on my own. Struggling. Like, I can't even put food on my table. I can't even afford my bills. I'm playing bill roulette every single month. Savings, don't know her. Cushion, emergency cushion, don't know her either. I'm at a loss of words. How the are people doing this? I'm on the fence, and I've essentially made the executive decision that when my lease is up, I have to move back in with my parents just to play catch up. Just to play catch up on debt, just to put money in my savings again, just to re-regulate my nervous system. Because being in constant financial distress destroys your body, destroys your emotional sanctity. I'm in a constant mode of fight or flight, wondering if I'm going to make enough money to get by and survive and not get evicted from my apartment, or I'm going to be able to feed myself. Just basic human necessities. With my chronic pain, with my chronic symptoms, my chronic health issues, this is just like poking the bear. It's poking the bear. Being in a constant state of financial instability is horrible for your mental and physical well-being. And if you already have something baseline that is wrong with you health-wise, this is just like adding fuel to the fire. I feel like I'm gonna throw myself off a cliff. Like I can't even enjoy my life.
I'm gonna be returning stuff. We didn't love that pita bread. I'm gonna return it. That cherry jam, I don't think we're ever really gonna eat it. I'm gonna return it. The shirt felt kind of weird against my skin. Return. Put it on my car, give me the cash, I don't care. Gonna get that money back in the account because I need every dollar.
What we're seeing because many of Americans just can't afford to live, is this no spending movement. We're not spending money on things that are unnecessary. And I've started doing that for the most part. Some of us struggle with a lot of things. I struggle with food, but I still been getting better. That's what matters, is getting better. I'm not fat by any means. I just like food, so I spend a lot of money on it. But a lot of us are, fighting our battles, and we're saying no more spending money on electronics, no more spending money on food, no more spending money on, video games, no more spending money on stuff that doesn't get us anywhere in life. And I think that's a great thing, because we're finally starting to save some money. A lot of us, because most Americans are like a pop tire away from financial burden, financial distress, homelessness. Some Americans are literally one minimal accident away from losing it all. So it's just the small step of saying, I'm not going to buy a Starbucks today. Well, it's not going to, save you enough money to buy a house like Dave Ramsey says. saving 10, 20, 30 bucks here and there, you know, it could add up to at least where you can fix your pop tire.
I think we reached a point now where a lot of people done reached a breaking point, whereas though they starting to realize that, yo, I'm either going to sink on this ship with this financial struggle, or I'm going to be able to stay afloat. And I'm starting to see a lot of people starting to have this rebellion of they're not buying nothing. They keeping their bread. I think it's very smart for people to start to strategize and figure out ways to try to minimize their costs of just their purchases. A lot of us overbuy. Me as well. I got too many headphones, too many technology items, too many TVs, too many pairs of jeans, too many things of cologne. I got endless amounts of bull-ish. But at the end of the day, it made me realize the things that we was comfortable doing before, we no longer comfortable doing now. We're seeing it. It's a reason why when I put a post out talking about today's economy, why people show love and they also send their comments and their views of how they feel about what I said. And a lot of people are not far off of how I feel. A lot of us. I might not be homeless. I might not be struggling to the point where as though I don't have no money in the bank, but I'm feeling it. You got government out of work right now. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I tell you right now, people right now are sitting on their ass trying to figure life out. And trying to figure life out right now, you probably can't even figure it out. What are your options when there are no options? I seen a dude send a post out, find a second job. What the f that's going to do for you if your overhead bills is high already? Whereas though it was complimentary. I don't know if I said that word right, but ignore that word. Don't tell me I need to figure that word out. You figure it out. If you don't know how to operate with the money you was already getting, what is your second job going to do? Second job ain't going to do shit. And not only that, you got to be able to get hired from that second job. So that means if you already out of work, that means you looking to be maybe hire in the next 3 to 4 weeks, almost a month, because the hiring process ain't that quick. And if it's under the table, then you can get a job just that quick. But a lot of times, you can't find under the table jobs like you used to. People got those. A lot of people got those. And casinos doing bad. A lot of areas doing bad. You better look it up. Vegas doing very, very bad. They doing bad. Vegas is like a damn meat packing district right now. Like, hey, it is off the rockers right now. Y'all wonder why violence is so high. You know why? Is struggling. Yes, they are. Look, man. We doing bad. You got some people doing real good. You got some people doing okay. I'm one of the ones that's probably doing okay. Okay. Okay is you have a couple dollars in the bank, which can hold you over for probably a couple months, which is good. It's a plus. But you know what's not a plus? You get fired, all of a sudden that money gets swallowed up quick. When the money stops, the bills seem to start going up. You know why? Because now your ass is sitting home and now you're trying to figure it out and you can't. And you just sitting there like, damn, I got kids, I got this, I got that. Damn, the electric bill is due. Why the electric bill so high? I'm trying to understand why the electric bill. I'm sorry. I'm going to stay focused. About to talk about my own experiences. Why the electric bills just as much as damn mortgage or a car note? It depends where you at. It depends. Look, man, I take my hat off to y'all out here that's trying to figure it out. And if you have figured it out, hey, do what you got to do. But I can tell you this now. Don't look over to somebody for help when you see that they can't help you. I know a lot of times when people going through it, they ask the people for help. Guess what? The people that still got a job can't help you. You know why? Because they one paycheck away from falling flat, just like you.
So how are we surviving? Because I'm a single mom who works a full-time job. I just got paid, and I have $7 left after paying my bills to last me 2 weeks. I have no food in my pantry. How?
Is anyone else just tired, just exhausted? The system that we live in today, the world that we live in today, I really do not think that it was meant for humans to live like this. We have a world where all we do is chase paper, gold at $4,300 an ounce, or almost. For what? You can't eat it. We have a system where we run. For what? I don't think it's natural for humans to live like this. Everyone is either addicted to caffeine, nicotine, alcohol, working out, just you name it. Everyone has some sort of way to get a dopamine high, and it seems so unnatural.
And I know a lot of Americans try to do the same thing. They try to find anything that's not expensive that will give them some kind of enjoyment in this world full of straight suffrage. I mean, if y'all follow me and y'all watch my videos, or you know me in real life, you know my dream is minimalism. I'm not a very materialistic guy that likes to spend a lot of money. If anything, I'd rather make $2,000-$3,000 a month and, travel the world, travel around countries where the cost of living is low, build a van and travel around America in like a van or a box truck or something. Those are some of I care more about experiences than items. But for the average American who did grow up in that household where if you work hard, you will get to buy a house, you will get to buy a nice car, I could understand why you would be upset at the fact that hard work doesn't get you that anymore. And now you're finding any little thing that will give you some kind of happiness, some kind of contentment, some kind of relief in a world where all you do is work.
I'm about to lose my shit. I am about ready to blow a gasket. I swear, I am. I just got off the phone with my mortgage company, right? Because they called me. I was like, why did my mortgage company call me? I'm up to date on everything. Everything's cool, right? I just checked my bank account to make sure the payment came out. I actually sent them $890 instead of $840, which, is what I'm supposed to send them. And they called me up, and I'm like, what's going on? They were like, well, Mr. Hayes, we're calling to let you know that as of November 1st, your mortgage payment's going to be going from $840 a month to $991 a month. And I was like, for what? They're like, well, you're $900 short in escrow. And I was like, what do you mean I'm $900 short in escrow? How is that possible? How? Explain this to me. They go, well, your homeowner's insurance went from $2,600 a year on up to $3,400 a year. I said, for what? I haven't had any claims. I haven't had any issues or pop up or anything like that. What do you mean? Why has it gone up so much? Well, Mr. Hayes, you're going to have to call your insurance company for that. So now I'm going to have to call my insurance company to find out why in the my insurance went up so much to cause my mortgage payment to go from $841 a month to $991 a month. I'm barely making it as it is right now. Barely. We ain't doing bad, but we ain't doing great. What the man?
Well, I've hit my breaking point. I literally cannot afford to live, pay bills, or any of this shit. And why the am I alive? Like, I almost just bawled my eyes out inside a Walmart because I realized that I literally cannot afford to live. What the is wrong with our economy? Like, what? What? It's either like this is my weekly life. it's either pay money to eat, or don't pay other bills, or pay bills and don't eat, or like it's just like I have to ask my parents to help me to survive because I have no money, because all my money goes to bills. How do people live like this? And I'm just like, I don't even know what to do. Like, I almost think I need to move home because, like, I literally have no money to survive. Like, this is fucked. This is literally fucked. Why is the government and why are the states and why is all this shit built like this?
People like me and you, it's millions of Americans don't know what to do. They feel like there's no way out. But to me, that way out is leaving. Not necessarily leaving the country, but going to a cheaper state, a cheaper city, or, you know, living off grid, building a van, or it could be traveling and moving out of the country. There's tons of options, and I think Americans need to start realizing that America wasn't the only one they were born with. But with that being said, please remember, no matter what happens, as long as you're alive, life goes on. Now, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and go ahead and tell me in the comment section, what is your biggest goal in 2026? Is it going to be to, you know, join the no spending movement, stop spending money on certain things in 2026? Is it starting a side hustle? Is it going to be moving? Because personally, my goal for 2026 is moving out the country and starting to travel. So you let me know in the comments.